of an international event. And here, in this game, they could secure just that.
I love how LaFell put it, right? TLID need to find a way to grasp over this early game because RRQ Hoshi, with the composition that they have right now, has so much to say, right? This is the classic Suyo jawhead composition in the early game that is going to be as impressive as this. Hopefully Aurora, Anya Heskill, will be able to become that stopper that is required.
If anything, just to put it into context, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is the most aggro lineup that RRQ Hoshi has ever drafted. They are pushing forward under minute 0. You see how much they went into Fabian's jungle there? And now, Sutsujin just taking over his jungle first, and then you have there's so many ways you can ragdoll the members of Team Liquid ID.
And even in terms of like emblem choices, already very aggro too, right? Sutsujin on the killing spree this time around. Not the same way or method that Fabian was earlier on the Suyo, and as well as Rins. Very, very aggressive, wants to go into the front line. You can see it with the choice of his emblem as well, the Brave Smite. And look at this rotation now coming through from RQ. But Aran is still able to get out.
You see that finesse movement? Just forcing the flicker from Aran via smart missile just walking up. Now a 4-man gank squad from RRQ Hoshi threatening the otherwise from Liquid ID. And the flicker and the ejector! They collapse onto Witty. They find him. Crimson Flare down underneath. First blood drawn by the Kingdom.
1-0 now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the early game pressure. This is the early game prowess that we were talking about for RRQ. And it should be a turtle given over to RRQ as well. Neutral objective already secured. No fight whatsoever from Fabian. He just needs to catch up in items.
Aran here, of course, he split defensively, returning back to his lane, a reset. RRQ Hoshi, either way, the game is to their tempo now. We mentioned how the Aurora might be lacking damage. We mentioned how that mid lane might not have as much priority. Folks, that's what you're seeing now. Like, Team Liquid can't even stand in their own mid.
No, Rin says no to that. We almost got out earlier, and then, you know, Rins comes in and he's like, yeah, no, maybe not today, pulls him back in, and the finisher coming in from Dyron on the Phoveus.
Top lane might be a different story. What's Shiki like right now, level 4? All right, he's okay with the EXP, but just as we peek in, Toy just giving him a piece of his mind there.
What is he, half health now? Very dangerous now for Aaron Shiki. They are level in terms of gold, and it's not that far behind, but even looking at the pressure and the fact that Toy still has that second skill to utilize, it's not going to be as easy for Aaron Shiki in that particular lane.
So far, the game has stalled to a point of the next turtle. Nobody willing to commit battle spells to try and get kills here. They're waiting for their cores to scale. And the jump in coming in from Witty, looking to take down Dyron. The rest of the Kingdom crashing through from seemingly out of nowhere. Crimson Flare coming through with 4 Rins. And the grab onto Dyron. Aran regrets that. The Crimson Flare pulls him back. Aran gonna get taken out here. Off camera though. Toy catches Aaron Shiki with an SOD. That was a close call.
Oh, but that's just how beautiful back into, you know, the bottom lane RRQ Hoshi and their synergy is, right? The entire collapse after the initial pickoff coming in from Witty, it was beautiful. TLID knows that Fabian is falling behind in terms of EXP, so they couldn't go for the neutral objective 50-50, considering, oh, wait a second.
Dear God, Fabian pulls the trigger, but backs off, and finally, Yehezkiel finishes the job, and what's this?
No way.
Looking for one. The ejector in place. Smart missiles, not enough in the tank for the Jawhead alone to finish the job. In comes Dyron Zam, of course, committed here by Aaron Shiki. Down he goes. Rins gets the kill. Another falls. Witty gets taken out. So does Dyron, though it's a trade. 2-for-1.
2-for-1 trade, but again, we were just discussing how RRQ made it work in the bottom lane, and they found yet another opportunity in the top lane as well. It was great for TLID that they were able to take down Toy before he goes in for the snowball, especially on a pick like the Moskov, but the fact that they were able to trade it back for Aaron Shiki, not as great of a trade for TLID at the end of the day.
Yep, these are what they call lost leaders. They're giving up early game advantages so that in the late game they clap back, and it's not even really the late game RQ is waiting for, it's the mid game. They push down bottom, They're slowly clamping down on the rest of the map. And they have a, what, 2,200 gold lead? This is huge.
Yeah, it is. It is. In the early portion of the game, it definitely is something that they can work around against TLID right now. We do see yet another rotation coming through. This time, Weedy a little bit more focused onto Aaron Shiki, trying to figure out a way to make Aaron Shiki the saving grace for the team, because technically Fabian is also not there just yet. Only one item so far, Starlim Sight. I'm wondering if they're looking to go for yet another Holy Crystal second item. But this time they are on the back foot.
Yeah, the last time they did that, they were completely running over RRQ. Here, I think Fabian has to keep it low to the ground, buy the items that they need, not the items that they want. Oh, Aaron Shiki caught out 4 members, make that just 3. Iro wasn't even part of the engagement. He rotated with RRQ, but they found their man.
Aaron Shiki was there for so long. What were they expecting? RRQ Hoshi, they just continuously looking for these opportunities, are continuously rotating, and Aaron Shiki gets caught out for the second time in this game.
They touched him.
They touched
He was supposed to be untouchable.
I mean, a lot of people have touched him, to be honest.
All throughout, yeah, starting with Kelra, showing everyone, hey, he's not so untouchable. And now the final turtle goes over to the kingdom. His lane also gets destroyed. The map is shrinking for Aaron specifically.
He can't work in the bottom lane because that's already taken down, and now he can't go into the top lane as well. He needs to look for gold elsewhere, and Sutsujin makes it a little bit more difficult as they will be able to get this second-tier turret from TLID.
Eternally, you know what makes us the worst?
What?
Widdy isn't even really a babysitting roamer. Like, it would be a waste to give him that responsibility. And look what he has to do now. He has to go and tend to Aaron Shiki. And there's 3 members. Rins goes for the Crimson Beacon. Aaron Shiki drops the Summon Force, but it might be too little, too late. They're able to take him down, put that white-haired little boy to a nap. And Aran flickering out. Oh, Liquid ID, they're scrambling. They're like lost stallions over in the open meadows.
Is this game?
It seems like it.
LaFell mentioned the early game having to be favoring TLID, and 4,000 gold lead for RRQ now. Aaron Shiki getting caught out 3 times.
At 8 minutes, and Toy just, making easy work of these turrets.
He has the golden staff now, Toy. He's just 1 item away from that
Trinity.
DHS.
Yeah. There's 1 more from the Trinity.
That Trinity is going to be a huge power spike for him, and I don't know if TLID will be ready for it. It's only been 8 minutes. I think he can get it
Before 10.
10, yeah.
Again, they enforce another flicker from Yehezkiel this time. Aran in the crosshairs of RRQ. Sutsujin committing Grand Theft Orange. At least Fabian is getting his purple, unless he didn't. He's just really running through his own side of the map. Look at the items here.
He is, I think, going for Holy Crystal, right? Fabian?
Yep, he is.
Scythe.
I don't know if that's financially responsible right now.
But I guess that's the thing that they have to do, right? Make a big leap or go home. Go big or go home. That's the term. Go big or go home. Holy Crystal in. They need the damage coming through, because where is the damage going to be coming from in these particular team fights if they're looking for that big play that can turn this entire situation around?
Yep. But Team Liquid ID have to understand that they are outgunned right now. 5,000 gold, that's definitely something you will see in fights. Like, why are they not dying? How come Dyron is so hard to take down? Why is Edok still deathless? That is what's answering this question of what is 5,000 gold to RRQ. And they make quick work of that Lord. Nothing Team Liquid ID can say to that. And the lead is growing. Oh my God, 6,000 now, Eterna.
It is growing, and it is growing bigger by the second. The fact that they have so much control over all 3 lanes at this point. Technically, they don't have the best of clear from RQ, right? They have the Jushin, a little bit of range to work with, but as compared to someone like Yehezkiel, Yehezkiel look for a big ult against RRQ Hoshi. Is that what they're waiting for?
That's something that Liquid ID can hold on to hope for. They have better wave management. If anything, RRQ should be thankful that they're actually winning, that they are so way ahead that they don't have to deal with a high ground defense, because you're right, you pointed it out. They would hate it if they were on the back foot here, but luckily they're not. They're actually knocking on Team Liquid ID's doors, and the cavalry do not want to open up. Like, if this happens, if they get into the base, if they crack out 2 inhibitors, all the more, best believe, Shiki's gonna suffer even more.
And they were able to break the shield on the Lord before the Lord came. huge movements coming from RRQ as they look for that inhibitor turret. It's definitely going to fall. There's no way they can defend.
They're in the base. Lord still standing at about half health. Edok here with the conceal, looking for a target. The jump in from Witty. The tsunami slam. The Zaman Force spent in by Shiki. Down goes Edok. Crimson Beacon already used up by Rins. Backing off. And they do take down that inhibitor in mid. The last one standing down bottom.
It's definitely still worth it for RRQ HOSHI in the long run, right? They lose Edok for the price of 2 inhibitor turrets, and one of which is on the opposite side of the next spawning Lord. So yet another advantage that RRQ HOSHI can play with. But if we're looking at the glass half full, TLID are still able to delay and prolong their lives, because once again, what's at stake right now? Match point in for RRQ HOSHI, one game away of saying goodbye to a Snapdragon Pro Series altogether.
Witty with a stationary CC there, but Dyron ain't having any of it. Neither are the rest of the kingdom. They take him down. Dyron gets the kill. SOD, no one home. Zaman Force here committed by Shiki already. Aran falls. They're still in the base. The winner crowned by Dyron. By time Yehezkiel falls, it's just Fabian and Shiki left to defend. RRQ HOSHI at the cusp of eliminating Team Liquid IV.